Well, hello my peeps. It's Antoinette here, and you know, I'm late. I didn't get up a Monday morning video. No, I didn't, because I had to take all of my Christmas decorations down, inside and out, this past weekend. It was such a project. I completely organized my, my pantry, with the Christmas stuff under there, and cleaned the garage, everything. Anyway, so I'm late getting here. But we were gonna do Sunday breakfast on this, the Eternal Deluxe Crepe Maker. It's a 12-inch electric crepe and griddle. Now the reason why I bought this was right after that 8-inch dash broke, and I didn't want to spend the $40. I mean, at this point I'm thinking that maybe I should have, and maybe I still will. We'll find out. I do like my Ovente, my big grill, but then, it's the same thing as you don't always want to pull that out. But before I bought the Ovente, I bought this just to, use as a griddle. But I quickly found out that I really wanted a lid. I need a lid if I'm gonna, griddle up eggs and stuff. So, I have never made crepes with this. I only used it as a griddle a few times. So I am looking forward to making crepes. What we're making here is some cranberry cream cheese, Crepe Blintzes. Yum. So I'm using everything that I have. So I have this bag of cranberries left. And I used the last of my King Arthur baking sugar, which I told you I probably won't buy this. I just hate how it clumps. This is the first time and the last time that I'm buying this. So I thought that last cup that was in here, it would be good to use on the stovetop where you have to melt it down. I have 1 cup of water, 1 cup of the sweetener, and 3 cups of the cranberries, which was exactly my 12-ounce bag. Because I had only used this previously as a garnish, so I had only used a few out of the bag before. Okay, check it out. Ooh. Look at that. All right, this has been cooking, I want to say almost an hour. Actually about an hour. Just those 3 little ingredients: cranberries, water, and my sweetener. Okay, I'm going to turn it off and leave it covered. Boy, is that ever a nice seal. Do you hear how that just automatically got quiet? That was very interesting. Alright, I pulled out my Mosaic, just adored little blender. This is a powerhouse, I will tell you that. This is the Mosaic model number HH-19 that I bought on eBay, the only place you can find it, for $24 including shipping. And it came fast. It's actually stored in Kentucky at eBay Hub, but I know it came from China. But it says it's coming from international cheap China shipping, but it arrives fast. I mean, within days. I mean, I had it within 4 days, I want to say. It arrived early. Anyway, it is so powerful, and it's perfect for something like this, because you remember I told you that I bought this because my Ninja blew up or died prematurely. So I'm very, very happy with this little guy. I will put a link in the description if you're interested in getting this little powerhouse. I am obsessed with it. I make shakes almost every morning. Little spinach, you know, my green goddess shake and such, and love it. First up, I have 8 room temperature organic eggs going in. I hope this all fits in there. Next up, I put in a block of the Aldi's Happy Farm budget approved cream cheese from Aldi's, and so I want to tell you that this holds 0.8 liters. There is a fill line, a max line, which is like 3.2 cups. So this will be perfect for this. There's only 5 small ingredients. Next we have, I melted in the microwave for 30 seconds, 4 tablespoons of butter. Butter's in. 1 teaspoon of some really good vanilla. Hey, random salty person, see? See, I do have the beans in my vanilla. But you are right. I think that I will refill this up with vodka because this has only been used once. It lasted a long time. 1 teaspoon. Vanilla is in. 1 more ingredient. Sugar. Well, in here, I have never used this. I think I showed it to you once, but this is the first time I opened it and filled my sugar bowl that I got from Costco. The erythritol and monk fruit 0-calorie sweetener. This really looks exactly like sugar. I mean, the grains are beautiful. It like looks like sugar. Oh, but I saw a little powder. 1 big tablespoon. Now we're gonna mix it up. But before we do, I just wanted to show you up close this little cutie pie. So this is a very thick glass. And this does not come apart. It's all one piece. I thought maybe you took it apart, but you do not. And it goes in the dishwasher just like that. The lid is plastic, but I do love how you can take off the lid. So like if you're making a dressing or something and you want to pour the oil in slowly, this would be good for making mayonnaise as well, I would think, or ranch dressing. I just love the quality of this thing. There are 5 settings and a pulse. So the pulse is the strongest. All right, let's turn her on. Pulse it. There's a little trick to getting it off of the unit. It's really just a twist, but you know, there's a learning curve to that. I think I got it now. And it's got a nice little thummy thing here to get this off. There is my beautiful, I don't know if you can see it, crepe mixture. Ooh, let's not spill it. I'm just gonna put this down right here. The user manual of the crepe maker says you need to preheat it for 20 minutes. So it's just a turn knob, you know, minimum to maximum. So I imagine we want somewhere in the middle, but this is pretty delicate recipe. So I'm just gonna put it on medium. And I get to take a break. It takes 20 minutes to preheat. Get a good look at my batter. It looks great. Okay, this is really nice and heated up. Now, we're gonna find out what temperature or level I'm gonna wanna put it on. I'm just gonna spray with my coconut spray. It has medium 350 smoke point. We may switch to butter. We'll find out. Okay. Let's just pour one on. I think this is too hot. I turned it down. Okay, so what you're supposed to do is use this handy dandy little tool and kind of swish it around like so. Alright, what temperature am I at? Alright, I'm more than, I was maxed. I'm about 3/4 of the way up to max right now. I might have too much on here, but this is our first time. Just kind of spin it around. This seems like a little bit of a project for a Wednesday night. But this was supposed to be a Sunday. It smells really good. That vanilla is amazing. Okay, first off, I think I have too much on here. So we're gonna see how this goes. Okay, so this actually does need to be on like 3/4 of the way high. My only concern right now is it's so yellow. I hope it's not too eggy. Alright, oh, that looks really good under there. Now, to flip it. This took like 10 minutes. Alright, I can touch it, but I'm gonna flip it in real time so we can see how it works. I'm just gonna do it like this. Let's flip. Woo! Ain't not bad, my peeps. Okay. Oh, I must say, I almost impressed myself right there. This is really nice to touch. It's rather large. I mean, look how big it is. Well, 12 inches. And this was only $25 with free shipping as well. So, I mean, I'm not sponsored by any of these products. These are just things that I bought. Okay, we're ready for take 2. Now, I did move this down to medium, the thermostat, and waited for it to cool down pretty good. So, all right. Here's where you have to be an artist. Okay, this is much better. This did not cook so fast when I put it on there, and I think that that's enough. My first one was just too much, and this turns out to be much easier than I thought. Oh yeah. Now this is going to be thinner. This is probably the right thickness. But it may also be harder to flip. So, all right, there we go. Get the bubbles out. Okay, so this one is like the right thickness. Well, either thickness works. I'm just really surprised that it takes the same amount of time, regardless of the thickness. Now you can see it's looking beautiful under there. But this is not anything. Oh, don't touch it. This isn't quick to make. All right, and let's just be real quick about it. We're gonna just grab it and flip. Sweet. Except for that, I cracked that. All right. Looks like I have one more here. They're pretty easy to make. They just do take a bit of waiting. I'm looking at this, and you know, there is no way to mess this up because each one looks really good all on their own. This is number 3. There is no rushing this. They are so easy to flip though. So that's my favorite thing. This is something you do while you're doing something else because it takes so much time. I had to pull out my big platter. Now you could do this in a little 8-inch pan on your stove. You don't necessarily need a crepe maker. This is keeping the temperature so darn low, which I guess is the idea, so that it cooks low and slow. Here's the last one. And I made a mess. You just have to be quick about it so that you can catch it with this tool. In a pan, you would just kind of, you know, like tilt it around and you know, make it work as okay. That's the last one. I'm really glad that I put down this cutting board because I did make a mess. I just want to show you how fabulous these are to flip. I mean, this one is extra thin. Look how thin that is. Alright. Just make sure it's all loose and then grab it, flip. I mean, these don't fail. This one does look good. It seems like, yeah, the further you get along, the better they get. I'm going to give it 5 minutes on this side, and then we can move on to the filling. Finally, for the filling, I have 1 cup of ricotta. This is the ricotta cheese that I'm using. Then, a half a cup, or 4 ounces of cream cheese, and I'm using the whipped. Now we have our vanilla again, and we're going to put in a half a teaspoon. That yummy vanilla. And then lastly, some sweetener. I'm using the Lakanto monk fruit powdered sugar because I really don't want this granulated. 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. I'm just going to mix that on up. So here are my crepes. Now this one is getting a little cracked up, which was the last one. And I believe that's because I'm touching it too much and it didn't get to sit underneath the others, which delivered some moisture. So like these are like really pliable. So the first one right here that I thought maybe was too thick, it really isn't, and it is the most pliable. So let's make one. Alright, so for a Blintz, I mean, you can fold this up any way that you want. You can put whatever you want in it. But I don't want to make this too thick. These are very large crepes. I mean, you almost only need one. We'll find out. So I'm just gonna load it up like that. And I'm going to do it this way. You can do it whatever way you want. Like a taco. Alright, so I kind of like that. I mean, this is a dessert. It's a whole darn meal. Okay, let me plate it up. Is this really just a Wednesday night? It sure is. Okay, Christy, I did not forget about you. I know you wanted to test out the whipping cream maker from Pampered Chef. So I've never used it. Very simple. It says add 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and pump. That's the directions. Here's what it looks like. It's got like a double plunger here. So let's hope this is quick and easy. 1 cup heavy whipping cream, in it goes. All right. I only bought this because my former manager from my old job, she was having an online Pampered Chef party. And I bought this, and I also bought one other thing. This is the Pampered Chef microwave egg maker. And you're supposed to be able to make it all different kinds of ways. There's directions in here. You can make poached, scrambled, sunny side up, or whatever. Just every single way you're supposed to be able to make it in here in 90 seconds. So I usually use this for scrambled, but yeah. It's nice. I think it was $18. I think this was about the same. I looked at the clock. Let's see how long it takes to make whipped cream. Oh, you know what I'm missing? Sweetener. Oh, all right. I'm going to use my sucre drops just because. So let's see what it actually says. It says, oh, okay, powdered sugar. Got it. 1 tablespoon powdered sugar or sweetener. Lakanto. I'm going heaping on this. All right. There it goes. Now it says pump to desired consistency. I had to pump for about 3 minutes, which seems like a really long time when you're pumping by hand, right? So I did take a look at it, and so here it is. It's some beautiful whipped cream for sure. So there it is on the inside, if you can see. But look at that whipped cream. This is really fabulous, and you know, you're only using 2 ingredients, your own sweetener and heavy whipping cream. But what I really love about this is how smooth this is. And this is not like anything you're gonna spray out of that can. This is like homemade whipping cream. If you're willing to, you know, pump for 3 minutes, it's really worth it for a special dessert. The wheel comes off. It's just like the beater, you want to lick it. That's really good whipping cream. I really like how this all comes apart. I mean, all of it comes apart for easy cleanup. Then what you do is you take the bottom and then store it in the refrigerator. Whew. Guess what time it is? 10:04 p.m. I got in this kitchen, well, at 6 o'clock is when we started, but I did start the cranberry at 5 o'clock because it simmered for an hour, but look at it. Oh, this is fabulous. I can tell already. Just the whipping cream. With that whipping cream, it's bound to be fabulous. So I'm gonna get a good bite. This is both sweet and tart with the cranberries. The crepe, I was worried about it being too eggy. It is a little bit, but not too much. I mean, I suppose I could adjust it and, you know, add a tablespoon, not a tablespoon, but teaspoon coconut flour, maybe some whey protein isolate next time, but it's perfectly fine just like this if you really wanted to keep the carb count down, because it's only like, you know, 2 carbs, well, without the compote. All right, my peeps, I am going to eat this before I go to bed. I know it's against my rules, but you know, it's been a long night in the making, and this is sinfully fantastic. This is diet food. You wouldn't know it. Thanks for coming by for another video, and we will see you next time. I'm not gonna promise Mondays. I'm just not. I can't promise. But I promise I'll see you soon.